Hey Virgo, welcome to Black Star Tarot. This is your monthly oracle reading. So we're going to be using the Wisdom of the Oracle, Path of Shadows, and Spirit Speaking. So before we get into your oracle messages, we're just going to pull some messages to see what energy is surrounding you or what Spirit has to say. All right, so let's get it in. Messages for Virgo. I hope you guys are doing well. My bestie is a Virgo, and would love to know, what energies may be coming in for her. That way she can get a heads up. Okay. I just dropped the card. Let me go get it. Okay. All right. So messages for Virgo. What do we have for Virgo? We got one. Ooh. All right. This is deep. So we got this must happen. All right. So whatever is going on in your life or whatever coming in or whatever you just came out of, this had to happen, this must happen, and everything is going to be okay. So the Oracle wants you to know that everything is okay. This must happen. And if it must happen, then that must mean that whatever is going on is good for you in some way, shape, or form. Okay? Whether this is love, whether this is money, or just lifing. Okay? So let's get another message. And then we'll get into your Oracle. All right. Okay, let's see what we got. What? You see what you got? The Path of Shadows guidebook. I can't. Anyway. Hold on a minute. So we got the Grim Reaper. It says, in the realm of twilight, where shadows converge, the Grim Reaper's scythe guides souls to the verge. So some of you are just fed the hell up, okay? You're definitely fed up. You are fed up with the fed up, okay? And I get it, all right? But it says this must happen. So whatever this is, it's good for you. All right, let's go and get you some oracle messages. Some of you are fed up with something, Joe, this month. So whatever it is that you're going through, you're tired of it. So I'm pretty sure it's going to end very well. So just bear with it, okay? And you have the card Imagine. What number is this card? This 20. So this could have to do with, like, your relationship. So relationships are partnerships, okay? That's kind of one of the things that, usually it's either that, relationship, partnerships, money. It could be all three. But let's read the Imagine card because I want to get the message from the book, and then we'll talk about my message, okay? How I'm feeling about these things on the table. Okay, so let's see first. All right, card 20, it says Imagine. Turn an imagination into manifestation. Creative thought, visualization, the power of aligning imagery and feelings, creativity, and illusions. So as it says, who do you want to be? What do you need to believe in order to have the life you want? You were gifted with the power of imagine. If you dream it, you can create it. This is the time when your imagination is the key to manifesting the life you desire. Spend time dreaming, fashioning a vision board to help you see your goals, or meditating. Allow the power of your creativity to deliver images of what feeds your soul. Then allow your feelings to mingle with your inspirations and imagine these things being real right now. Then repeat. What you imagine will become your belief, and soon you will see things come to pass in the outer world as if by magic. So here's my thing. All right. Some of you could be going through some sugar right now. And I say this because the Grim Reaper is here, okay? And this dude isn't really bringing anything that we want, But he does bring that change, okay? He does bring, us to a place where we have to switch things up. So you could be going through some cycles right now, all right? Because whenever I see the Grim Reaper, the first thing I think about is death, okay? And we also got that big old moon back there, all right? So if there's an individual that you're dealing with, if this is a partnership or something, they could be, I don't know, I'm feeling Scorpio and, of course, Pisces. But nevertheless, death brings that energy of something ending, all right, but it also has that energy of something being renewed. All right. And I feel that this wasn't something that you wanted, but for whatever reason, whatever this changes, whatever has happened, it had to happen. But now you're being given an opportunity, to kind of change things. So a lot of you have tried, like you've been here before. All right, whatever you're going through, you've been here before. You've dealt with probably, everything that you could possibly think of in life. And you probably tried every which way to get things to become better. But I feel that, the oracle is asking you to, try a different method to get what you want. And this is going to require, like, for you to step out of your comfort zone for some. And let's say there are people here who don't really believe in the power of your imagination. But, for those who don't know this, it has been proven that your thoughts will manifest into your reality. So whatever it is that you're thinking about, whether you are aware or not, you're making it happen. Okay, so why not use that energy for something good, right? So now is the time for you to not have any negative thoughts. I need you to pretend like everything is okay. Even if your world is falling apart right now, I need you to dream of the world that you want to be in. Like, you need to have a lot of strength right now, physically, mentally, spiritually, all of the above. You need to have all of that. Okay, so I need you to go inside your heart, use your emotions to dream up what it is that you want. If you're trying to get out of something, I need you to see yourself out of that situation and see yourself where it is that you want to be. Okay, Spirit is asking you to dream. So you're going to have to put your heart in it, because we got this 2 here. Okay, so it's going to require you to connect with Source, and it's asking you to use your God-given gifts, like, to change your situation right now. Okay, some of you could be on a little bit of a break. Okay, I like this. There's a 3. That's creativity. Okay, use your resources. Okay, because that's where, things look like they're gonna get come full circle for you. So I'm out of breath. All right, so we have the 6 of Wands. All right, so this is good news. All right, if you're looking to win something, this is good news. If you're waiting for, a call, this is good news. Okay, this is good news, period. Okay, and I feel that whatever you're going through, this is going to lead to a victory. All right, right now you guys could be in the phases of this. Like, you could be collaborating with others on the phone, with other people. You're working with others some way, shape, or form. Like, you're putting some type of effort into changing your current situation. Okay, so you could be interviewing right now. You could be you could be networking in some way, but this is going to work out because we got that 6 of Wands on at the end over there, and that tells me that this is going to work for you. Okay, you'll have success in whatever it is that you're trying to do. All right, and see, I knew death was here. See, this dude, like, he thought he was about to hide in this oracle card, but I knew he was here, because this reading has that energy. All right, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio. You don't have to be. Okay, but all right, there's something that ended here. Whether it was an end of a relationship, and it was an end of a relationship, period. So whether this is with, a family member, a friend, a boss, it don't matter. A lover, it doesn't matter. There's something that you were connected to that came to an end. Okay, and it's for the better, because it's going to allow you to progress. All right, so remember, death says that, hey, this needs to change, okay? This needs to change, this needs to happen. And there's that manifestation that I'm talking about. And you got the High Priestess. So in order for you to be happy, and this isn't for all of you, these are for the die-hard spiritual people out there that know that when all else fails, those of you who tried every freaking thing you can think of to change your situation and change your life and everything, not even if it didn't fail, but so you're like, something may happen in your life and then you get all worried about it, And then down the road, you look back and be like, it always worked out. That worked out. It worked out. Right? But you find yourself, you know, down the road back in that same situation again. And you're just like, oh, here we go again. Right? You know, I know this is going to work out. You know, the universe is going to fix it. The universe supports me. You know, all of those things. And it happens. It works out. Right? And then it happens again. And then you're just like, oh, here we go again. See, now you're at a place where you're just like, yeah, I don't really want this to happen again. Like, yeah, I fixed it. The universe fixed it. But this time, you know, I'm going to try a different method, a slightly different method. Instead of me just letting the universe reward me with a small token of moving on and making it through, I'm going in, right? I'm going to use the energy of this high priestess, and I'm going to dig into the fabric of the magic that exists in this world, right? You want to know the secrets now. You want to know the mystery behind how it is to get what you want. And you're going to have to dream all of this into existence. So now, instead of trying to borrow money from a family member, right, or going out and get a quadruple job, right, you're going to be like, you know what, I'm about to tap in. I'm about to use this high priestess energy and this imagination, and look how they just sitting right with each other. That's crazy. You know, I'm about to tap in. If that's not tapping in, I don't know what is. Those two cards is definitely tapping in. Okay, Virgo, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're going to manifest what you want this time. You're tired of things change, but a lot of the times they're not necessarily changing for the long term better, right? But because death is like, you know what, this change is coming whether you like it or not, because something here had to end. Something here had to happen in your life this month. All right, but you just need to be flexible. And you need to get some thoughts in order. Like, don't be like, oh my God, this is the end of the world, because you're going to manifest the end of the world. Okay. You're going to see a tower come up in your next, in your next reading or something. So now is the time for you to get into this high priestess, this magician energy. This is you using the power that you have. You know, you're tapping into those skills to get what it is that you want, because we all got God-given talents. Okay. The problem is that we don't know how to use them. All right, so this is how you're feeling. Like, the Knight of Swords is not a very steady energy. This guy is quick, he's impulsive, you know, he's aggressive, he's rushing. Okay, so, you know, this is what we don't want to do, okay? Because this also represents past thinking. You see how he's running towards the past right there? So this is the energy you don't want to be in. Be strategic in whatever it is that you're doing. Be precise. Be persistent, be determined, be all of those things this month, okay, in anything that you're doing. If you're collaborating with others, don't rush to make a decision, right? Read over your documents over and over again, right? Make sure that the contracts, if there's any, right, could be, I don't know why I said that, but maybe for somebody, make sure you're reading them, you know, 1,012 times, okay? Just make sure that you don't rush. You need to take your time, because the high priestess is sitting right in the middle of here. This is going to take time, whatever this situation is. So if you're waiting on any type of news, because we do have a sword in a reading, if you're waiting for any type of news, any type of communication, all right, be patient, because the high priest is stopping you. She's stopping this knight dead smack on in this reading. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. Before the high priestess lets this knight get into this magician energy to kind of change things around, you got to back up. You got to slow down just a little bit and think things through. Okay, no sudden actions this month. Okay, Virgo, don't be impulsive. Don't cuss nobody out. Okay, but be brave, because the Knight of Swords is also represents, you know, this, he's brave. He don't care where to, you better move out his way. Okay, Virgo, you can't be that way this month. You can't be talking about some, you know what, I'm sick of this shit. You know, don't snap. Take a deep breath. You know what I'm saying? And make sure that you take your time in all of your dealings this month. Things are changing, but it's changing because of, ooh, you're going to be, ooh, that's the Bank of Heavens, yo. That's the Bank of Heavens. All I'm saying is that you got some good stuff coming in. All right. So that's your freedom, right? And the thing I like about the 9, this is your future, by the way. Look how your future's looking on the table. Right, you got the 6 of Wands and you got the 9 of Pentacles. Things gonna be looking real good for you. The 9 of Pentacles mean that you've achieved what it is that you set out to do. She's gonna bring you that freedom that you want, that independence that you desire, the rewards for your efforts. Okay, you're gonna be able to spoil yourself when all of this is over. Now, of course, there are varying degrees of this, okay? Some of you gonna make out bandits. Some of you gonna make out good. And then others of you will make out just where spirit wants you to be, okay? So everything is gonna be okay. So let's get a couple clarifiers, and then I'm gonna leave you alone because this was the best reading I think out of all the zodiac signs. I only got one left to go. All right, so I hope my bestie likes her reading. Oh, look at here. He's back again. Oh, this was meant to be. Majors are the most influential cards in the tarot deck. All right, and you got death here darn near 3 times. Okay, so whatever this is, it had to go. All right, you had to go through it. Yes, you're losing something here. All right, yes, something had to change, but there was something old that needed to go, because this is going to bring you the breakthrough that you're looking for. All right, so I don't make this stuff up. Y'all just saw that card fly out. So you're going through a cycle right now. Yes, you're experiencing some loss, but I'm telling you, there's going to be rebirth, renewal, and all of those things that come along with the death card. You know, he ain't all bad, okay? He ain't all bad, Virgo. So I hope you guys like the reading. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.